Hello everybody, how are you doing today? Now I understand I haven't done a video in a while, and now it's because I'm actually finishing up with all my exams for school. Okay, now one thing I came across when I was in one of my final days in my critical thinking class was a piece that was in this book that we were reading, where we were talking about different types of ways of constructing knowledge. And basically I came across this one part in the chapter that made me wonder about things. And that was, here's the question: was the United States justified in dropping atomic bombs on Japan? Now, there are two different perspectives. Some people argue that dropping atomic bombs on Japan was justified because it shortened the war and it was saving lives in the end. Well, that view has been considered to be a wrong way of doing it, the way we did it. And then there's the other view where people do believe that we were justified and it was the right thing to do in order to stop Russia from joining the war. They did join the war, but only briefly before the United States decided to bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which was, in my own personal opinion, completely out of line. And I understand a lot of people are actually going to argue, well, it was something that we needed to do. We needed to show them that we were more powerful than they were. Well, basically, we weren't showing the Japanese. We were actually showing the Russians, which was the wrong thing to do. I mean, we just basically devastated those two cities just because we wanted to demonstrate our awesome power of the atomic bomb. I mean, I don't think that was right at all. I think it should never have happened. But our president at the time was like, yeah, this is the only way they're going to be able to try to stop the Russians from coming in and being part of this war. We need to scare them. Because we've always actually had problems with the Soviet Union. When it was the Soviet Union, now it's just Russia. We always, for years, were in competition with them. We didn't like them. They didn't like us. And it was just an ongoing cycle. I mean, it's not just this war. It's just like, it's many things, like warfare and different types of war machines and, the race against each other in, like, even underwater for submarines, whoever has the best. I think they might have, you can correct me if I'm wrong, whoever might be watching this, I think we were actually racing against them to get to who gets to the moon first. I think that's the reason why we were doing it in the first place, because we wanted to be the first ones there before the Russians did. But that's besides the point. But I just couldn't believe that people would be defending it, saying that it was actually a proper thing to do. Oh yeah, it was justified because we needed to show people our awesomest power. Well, basically, the Japanese actually went ahead and said, okay, we will surrender. And they were trying to surrender. We only gave them a couple days to surrender, and then we only gave them like 2 or 3 days. And of course they couldn't come to an ultimate decision in that shorter period of time, even though we know that they were planning on surrendering to us. We didn't give them enough time. We were the ones who were stupid, and we dropped the bomb. I mean, personally, I don't think that's the right thing to be doing. But again, the Russians wanted to say, oh, okay, you're going to try to scare us? Well, we need a demonstration before we're going to believe that you have somebody that'll destroy us too. So we took a liberty on ourselves to go ahead and just drop the atomic bomb on these Japanese cities. I don't know. I think it was ridiculous, if you ask me. Why were they used? The plain truth is that they were used to only scare Russia. That's all it is. In 1945, the United States disagreed with the Soviet Union and Russia's actions in Europe. Our leaders felt that showing the Russians that we had a powerful weapon, we could get them to agree to our terms in Europe and Asia. As Secretary of War Stimson said in his diary, in diplomacy, the bomb would be a MasterCard. That's what it's written in this book. Those are not my words. It's out of my critical thinking book that I have for classes that I took this semester. The only reason I wanted to read that is because it's not just my It's not something I've just made up. This is something that's actually being taught to everybody. Now, the reason why I'm making this is because it just struck me like, why did we even do this in the first place? Why do people want to justify it for something that we did? It was obviously wrong to do what we did. We should never have done that in the first place. And again, people are going to say this over and over again. It was to shorten the war. We needed to show them that we are not weak. They'd gone Pearl Harbor. And people are probably going to use the 9/11 thing as an example. We need to go after anybody who attacks American soil. Besides, the 9/11 issue is a completely different issue, entirely different people, different reasons, completely different. Anyway, I just wanted to voice my thoughts. If anybody wants to do a video reply or even just write something, like a comment or something, telling me I'm wrong, you can go ahead. I'm open to hearing other people's point of view. This is just something I wanted to voice about. Anyway, thank you.